It's the 10th of June 2014. A very good morning to all our viewers and welcome to The Brief with me, Joel Outskoon. Let's now take a quick look at the trending stories for today. The Karachi International Airport in Pakistan has been reopened following an attack by 10 Taliban militants that left 28 people dead, including the militants. Sources say the most of the dead were airport security force personnel and civilian airline employees.
Counting the costs of a long night. The Pakistan military said that 10 gunmen stormed Jinnah International Airport in 2 teams of 5 just before midnight local time.
The operation began at 11:30 p.m. and was completed by around 4:30 a.m. It was carried out with joint planning. In the joint operation, we used the airport security force, the Pakistan Singh Rangers, the Singh Police and contingents of Pakistan Army.
Smokes and flames filled the night sky in Karachi, Pakistan's biggest city and commercial hub. Pakistan's biggest airport became a battlefield in minutes. Authorities shut Jinnah shortly after the assault began and diverted flights to other airports. For almost 5 hours, there were sounds of gunfire and explosions. According to the Pakistan military, the gunmen hurled hand grenades and fired automatic weapons. As dawn broke, the Pakistan Army said they took control over the airport. However, few minutes later, there were sounds of gunfire. Fresh violence at the Jinnah International Airport.
Our security forces confronted and killed them. They destroyed them. It is good that this operation was over in about 4-5 hours. At first they killed 5 terrorists. They killed another 5 in a second attack. A total of 10 terrorists have been killed. The major loss is that 13 of our men have been martyred. The 26th session of the UN Human Rights Council is due to commence in Geneva today. The sessions will commence at 1:30 in the afternoon Sri Lankan time and will continue until the 27th of this month. This will incidentally be the final session of the Human Rights Council where Namanithan Pillai will preside as the High Commissioner for Human Rights prior to the expiration of her term.
The list of the members of the panel that will conduct the international inquiry into alleged human rights violations is due to be announced at the UN Human Rights Council session in Geneva tomorrow. Commissioner at the Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission, Dr. Pratibha Mahanamaheva, says that it is expected that this panel will commence their inquiry next month. As per the resolution on Sri Lanka adopted in the March session of the Council, a 5-member team is to be appointed to conduct an inquiry into alleged human rights violations in Sri Lanka.
UMP parliamentarian Rosie Senanayake says that the government has failed in building key relations with key countries that Sri Lanka engages with. She expressed these views with an exclusive interview with Newsfirst bureau chief in Washington, Gaddafi Ismail.
As a member of the opposition, if I may, basically give my opinion, personal opinion. In a post-war situation, I think we need to basically re-portray or remarket, rebrand Sri Lanka. I strongly believe that the government has failed in building relations with the key countries that we deal with in this last couple of years.
That brings me to my last question. Will you ever run for presidency in Sri Lanka?
Why not? If I am given the opportunity, I would, because I advocate women's issues and I strongly believe women deliver better. So I strongly believe that if I am given the opportunity, I could do it and I will do it. But I'm not too sure whether the United National Party is ready for a woman leader, so that's the difference.
Colombo High Court Judge Padmini Ranawaka noted in court yesterday that the Supreme Court had upheld the death sentence given to Jude Jaima by the Court of Appeal over the 1st July 2005 murder of 18-year-old Yvonne Johnson at the Luxury Royal Park apartment complex in Rajgiriya.
Jude Jaimaha, who was found guilty of murder, was initially sentenced to 12 years in prison at a trial at bar at the Colombo High Court. While Jude Jaimaha had appealed against this sentence at the Court of Appeal, the Attorney General filed a counter-appeal, citing that the sentence was too lenient and requested the Court of Appeal to grant the death sentence. The Court of Appeal considered both appeals and decided to quash the appeal of the accused and sentenced him to death as requested in the counter-appeal filed by the Attorney General. Jude Jayama had then lodged an appeal with the Supreme Court against the sentence of the Court of Appeal. The Supreme Court had examined this appeal and had referred its determination to uphold the sentence to the Colombo High Court. Accordingly, High Court Judge Padmini Ranawaka read out the determination today.
Time now for the foreign exchange rates. With that, we wrap up the brief for today. Remember, you could leave us your like or subscribe and leave your comments on the comment box below. Reminding you to stay brief, I'm Joel Outscoon, signing off for the brief for today.